This is Conversations with a Citizen. I'm your host, Tia Carol Jones. I'm here today with Ahmand Smith. Ahmand is the author of Cody Blackman, The Eclipse.
Eclipse. Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Product of inner city Chicago. The product of two aspiring parents that moved from Alabama to Chicago to give their family a better opportunity. I watched my parents own and operate a business for over 30 years. I have a tremendous community behind me, the shoulders that I stand on. I did all of the things that you're supposed to do in life. I went through school. I enrolled in college. Didn't quite do that the right way, and just held every job opportunity that came along my way. I took it, because at that point I was starting a family. My wife and myself, we started our family quite young. And so we took that route. I have gone down multiple business roads in my day. I've thrown parties. I've had open mics. I threw comedy shows. Just trying my hand at any and everything to just put food on the table and provide for my family. If you fast forward to today, we own and operate a family pest control company, RB Pest Solutions. We are the fastest growing pest control company in the city for sure, and I believe that is true for the entire Midwest. Along that route, that road rather, we've introducced different products. We have mattress covers, we have insecticides and pesticides that are on the way, and in doing all of that good stuff, we have developed Cody Blackman, the Eclipse. So we've developed our own superhero, one that is very relatable to the children, our children in the inner city, and he provides an avenue of hope for our children.
Okay. So how did you go from entrepreneur to writing the book series?
So what started out as me just for kicks wanting to take a picture that one of my friends took of me, and I just wanted to make a character.
Okay.
Right. And so that character just kind of sat in my phone. I've posted him a couple of times on social media, but along I went about my normal daily tasks, go to work, take care of the family and all that good stuff, and that just went on for about a year. But in the meantime, I noticed that because our business is right in the community, we're located right on 82nd and Cottage Grove, 8243 Cottage Grove. We're there Monday through Saturday, and I would see a lot of the youth. We have children that come in and they try to have us, give them little odd jobs just so that they can take care of themselves and their younger siblings and things like that. And I have conversations with these children, and what you start to notice is that a lot of our youth just don't have hope. They give up on dreaming big and all that good stuff before they even get started. Okay. And so that led me to wanting to do something. I just wanted to do a part. I never thought about making money off of it or anything like that. My whole goal behind it was just to change. If I can just change the trajectory of one child, if I can let that child know that it's okay and it's cool to dream and think outside of the box, and you can look up to this guy, this character, and you can explore any and everything. The sky is not the limit. There's things beyond that. Then I think that I've won. And that's really all it was about, was just trying to, do my part, and no matter how big or small that may be, to help our youth.
Okay.
Yeah.
what is the book about, and why did you want to write it? You kind of talked about why you wanted to write it, but can you talk about who this character is?
Well, Cody Blackman is a fairly young superhero. He doesn't know that he's a superhero at the beginning of the book. He just has a job. He works for RB Pest Solutions, our family business, right? The book, it's a mixture of things. There's an educational piece in it where we are introducing the characteristics and the lifestyles of different pests, right? Just for the educational part of it. But really what Cody Blackman exterminates are the roadblocks that are placed in front of these kids' lives that stop them from dreaming big and thinking outside of the box and believing that they can be great. So whether that be low self-esteem, being bullied, the neighborhood that you grew up in just isn't so nice, all of those things and the factors that speed up, like they get past the part of just being a kid, you know. Those are the roadblocks that he's actually exterminating. Okay. Yeah. And so that's kind of, you know, that's going to be every installment of this book it'll introduce a new pest, and he'll also be exterminating another roadblock.
Okay. I love a good superhero origin story. So
and then it's something, you know, I wanted to give the kids a positive superhero. So before Black Panther, we really didn't have a black superhero outside of Hancock, you know. And I love the movie, I love Will Smith and all that good stuff. But our superhero doesn't have to be the alcoholic, you know.
Right.
It was a good movie, but they had to put something negative in there with it, toxic, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now I think we got it right with Black Panther.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We got it right with Black Panther. Excellent movie. You know, black excellence to the fullest. And I just want to add another character into the mix with that.
Okay. So now we have Cody, and we also have Naomi.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, okay. So we can talk comic books. Oh, okay, perfect. All right. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Who is this book for?
This book is for our children. When I say our children, I'm talking about the ones that are in the inner city, the ones that are in these areas of the city that are highly crime infested. Maybe they don't have the best educational opportunities. They're for the inner city kid that has a lot on their plate. I see some kids, because we do a lot of our business within our community. So I see the children when they're getting out of school, and the stress on their faces almost look like, you know, they just got off of a job at a plant somewhere, and they have to go home and they got to take care of the kids. When in reality, they really do. These kids are in 6th, 7th grade, and they have to go home and take care of their little brothers and sisters that are at home waiting on them to bring some food home, you know. So it is specifically for them. Now, I do hope that it reaches all kids, everywhere, every nationality, every financial situation, whatever the case may be, but it is specifically written and targeted for our children.
Talk to me about the process of writing the book. How long did it take, and how did you find your illustrator?
Okay, so writing the book was first of all, this was my first time writing a book, right? Okay. So it was new to me. I had deadlines, and shout out to my publisher and my illustrator, because without those two, I would not have been able to complete this task. Okay. So the people over at She Publishing, if you are looking to write a book, anything that you want to get done in regards to a book, I would highly suggest that you reach out to She Publishing, because they are fantastic, and they held my hand and they helped guide me. They guided me through the whole process. It took me about 1.5 years, and a lot of it was I was dealing with my own lack of confidence when it came to completing a book, because I'm directing it towards children. So obviously I want it to be something cool that they're gonna, like the character, maybe want to play with the action figures and stuff like that. But I also wanted to send a message that this same group of children would be able to understand, right? So I dealt with, I would write things, and I wrote it on paper initially. So I would write things, and then I'll throw it away, and then I'll go back in the garbage and pick it back up. Like, hold on, maybe not the whole page is good, but this paragraph is all right. So let me just keep that part. So it took me a long time. I was missing deadlines. I was supposed to have so many pages of the book done, and I would never be ready. So I was behind a little bit. My illustrator, I actually worked with him. He's more like a brother to me, Thomas Hall. You guys look him up. He is fantastic at what he does. He is the one that he took the picture, the initial picture, when I said that I just wanted to make a superhero out of me.
Okay.
Right? And he characterized it and turned it into this little cartoon. But he is really, really good at what he does, and he brought it, the whole thing together. So without those two, Cody Blackman would not be what it is today. So I'm forever and eternally grateful to those two entities.
What do you hope readers take away from the book?
So, for the children that are actually reading, and I think that the age group that we're looking for, or grade level that we're looking for, like the 5th graders, the 4th graders,
Okay.
So I really want them to think that the character is cool, so that they can, latch on to him and stay along for this journey, because this is just the beginning.
Okay.
So I want them to think that he's cool enough to be interested in, and they can't wait for the next one, right? I want them to be able to look at themselves in the mirror and say, I can do that, whatever that is. When I was a child, I wanted to be the first black president of the United States of America. That was my first dream, right? And obviously I didn't achieve that, right? But I did get a chance to see it happen in my lifetime, and other children were able to witness what Barack Obama did.
Right.
That gave the nation hope. Like, we can do that.
Yeah.
Like, it can really happen, right? So I want Cody to be able to instill hope and confidence into the lives of these children. Yeah.
How has the feedback been from people who have already read the book?
Oh man, phenomenal. It surpassed my expectations. I'm grateful for everybody that has purchased the book and that has taken out the time to read it, and actually sit down with their children and read it to them. I have people that are calling me and sending me pictures because they're reading it to their classrooms and stuff like that. They have it sitting on the bookshelves in their classrooms, and like they'll send me the picture, and they tell me all the time that the kids will run up and they'll pick this book out of all of the books. So you got the Cat in the Hat and the Green Eggs and the Ham and all these different books up there, and they will go up and pick up this book. I'm just grateful, and I'm excited. It really excites me to know that, okay, I did it one time. I can do it again. And I think that a lot of the feedback that I'm getting is that it is a cliffhanger, right? So when people read the book, there's things that I purposely, I'm setting you up for the next book. There's people running up to me all the time. There's a character in the book, a pretty significant character. His name is Jim Shoe. And everybody wants to know what happened to Jim Shoe.
Okay.
I think that's the coolest thing in the world, right? They're all waiting on the story about Jim Shoe. And not to spoil the next book, but you guys will find out what happened to Jim Shoe in the next book.
And speaking of that, what is the next book in the series, and when is it coming out?
So I have started writing the second book. I do not have the title yet. It will come out a little later this year. So right around the time when it's time for kids to go back to school and Bud Billiken Parade, we're gonna roll out a huge marketing campaign around it. So yeah, look for the second book a little bit later this year.
Okay. And how many books do you think will be in the series?
So I don't have a limit
Okay.
right now. Really, what I'm doing is I am collecting the material,
Okay.
because what the support behind this book has shown me is that there's people that believe in the book and the vision of it and the direction that it's going in. I had an amazing book signing event, and I mean the place was packed. I can't thank my publicist enough, Christy Love. She put everything together. My beautiful wife, Robbie. They really went above and beyond my expectations. So I have a lot of support behind it.
Okay.
And with that being said, we're not stopping. So we're gonna, gather as much information and material as we can and build up a following. And we're definitely going to the movies, and we're gonna maybe a TV show, cartoons. We're gonna have like action figures. We have coloring books and things like that right now that come along with the book. We're looking at getting into the store, so Frontline Bookstore. We're very close to having it on the shelves there. Yeah.
Okay. And that leads me to, where can people go to purchase the book?
So you can purchase Cody Blackman anywhere where you can buy a book right now. Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can definitely go to sheeppublishing.com. I have an author's page there. You can click on the link there and buy it. You can come by 8243 Cottage Grove and get it. That's right at our retail store. You can get it online bookstore very soon. We're in the works with that. You can call me. I have books with me on a daily. You can call me if you can. I'm running around the city all day anyway, so you can call me, text me, DM me. You can get the book that way, but the fastest delivery time has been Amazon, and they'll get it tomorrow.
Okay. Great. Before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like the listeners to know?
First and foremost, thank you. Thank you. If you're taking out enough time, if you're taking out any time in your day right now and you're listening to you're seeing us on live, you're looking at the podcast, if you're going to pick up this newspaper article and read that at a later time, I thank you. I really appreciate the love and the support. I want you guys to continue to roll with me, because this journey is just getting started. Like, it's going to be an amazing ride. And, let's keep having some fun and giving some kids some hope, because they are our future. So I want my future to think big and be great.
Okay, great. Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Remember to make plans to join us again next week for Conversations with the Citizen, the place where real